Hey guys, and welcome back to the main phase. Today I'm here with another deck profile, but first I wanted to talk about two things. Firstly, only 2.6% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you're enjoying my content or just want to see more content like this, then please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and it helps me be able to justify continue with this type of content. Secondly, we are hosting a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tournament. It's NR only, so you'll only be able to use normals and rares, and it's on Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT. The link to that will be in the description of this video, and also on the Discord server, which is also in the description. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So for this deck, I got a bit of help from Red again. So it's an insect deck. It's focused around synchro summoning, but it also has some opportunities to go into Xyz and links, and it has some stall capabilities as well. So let's get into the deck. So this is the deck. It's an aggro-focused strategy mainly, but it has the ability to stall for a few turns depending on the situation. This makes it really good against decks that hard run a bunch of spell and trap removal, as you basically are able to ignore it, to be honest. So yeah, basically the deck has a lot of ways to make either 2-card or 1-card synchros, and then also lets you go into the link monster, which then lets you enable to get more and more resources. Let's get into the different cards so we can get a thing. Shiny Black Sea Squatter is just an enabler for later. One, Pin the Bullseye. This is for certain synchro plays, and it also helps with the Azusa, the Ghost Bow. Red Resonator. This card basically lets you summon any other monster from your hand when it's normal summoned, any other level 4 or lower. This is really useful as some of your monsters have effects when they're special summoned, or they want to be used as synchro material, but they need a tuner for that to be able to be done. Red Resonator, of course, is a tuner, so it does help with that as well. We've got free Sting the Poison. This card's actually this card is either a negate, but you're mainly using it because it's a uh, one card synchro play where you can use this to add the Twinbow, Twinbow the attacker, and then use those two to make an Azusa the ghost bow. Wait. So yeah. Then we've got the digital bug package. We've got two Cocoondenser, two Centibit, and 3 Websolder. These are the ones that I'm more shaky about quitting. I'll probably keep the Websolder in for sure. But basically, what all these do is that these two have effects where you can change an attack position monster you control to defense position to summon a level 3 insect from either your hand or graveyard, and there are a lot of level 3 insects in this deck. And then this one has an effect where if it's changed from attack position to defense position, you can special summon one level 3 insect from your deck in defense position. So yeah, these work quite well with some of the other cards in the deck, but they sometimes do underperform. It's sort of a weird iffy topic. We got two Gokipole. Gokipole's really good. You can summon it off of Centibit or either of the other digital bugs. You can also mill it off of the second effect of Resonance Insect, provided it's been summoned by an Insect Shinobi. This lets you add a level 4 insect from deck to hand, which can be either a Resonance Insect or the Shiny Black Sea Squatter, and if it's a normal monster, you can special summon it and destroy one monster on the field with greater attack than it. So you can summon the Shiny Black Sea Squatter, then destroy an opponent's monster with 2,000 or more attack. Then we got free Twinbow the Attacker. This is just a really good extender. You can just summon it out from your hand, and it locks you into insects. It also can attack twice, which can come up in niche situations. Important to note, this locks you into insects, which locks you out of a few cards in the extra deck, but not too many. I've tried to keep it to mainly insects. Two Transcida. This card's really good. When it's special summoned, you can summon a token, but you can't summon insects while non-insects while that token's on the board. This is really good because it enables a 1-card synchro play if you summon it. Plus, it also, if you use the tuner for a link, you can then go into another synchro on top of that. Most commonly, you'll be going into Halberd the Cannon with this effect. One Scary Moth. This is for a combo with the Insect Imitation, but it also is it's basically just a generic floodgate. That if you're in a good position, this card can just stall out certain decks like Tenyi from playing the game at all. 2 Gadarla. This card's really good. It's searchable off of the Resonance Insect when it's sent to the graveyard, and it basically is just a Kaiju. It removes an opponent's monster. Plus, you can one fun thing you can do with this is that you can tribute summon it to the zone that Shinobi Insect Hacker Kurumi points to, which then means that your opponent can't attack without being able to get rid of their own Kaiju that's on their field, which is quite powerful. Then we've got 3 in Multiplication Advance. This card just lets you summon 2 tokens, and then those tokens can then be used for a link summon, such as the Shinobi, but yeah, this requires 2 monsters, different names, or they can be used for a Synchro summon. There's no real restrictions other than they can't be tributed. 3 Insect Imitation. This turns any of your level 3 insects into a Resonance Insect, and it turns Sting the Poison into any of your level. It turns Sting the Poison into any of your level 3 insects, and it turns a Pin the Bullseye into any of your level into a Sting the Poison. This also turns Azusa the Ghost Bow into a Scary Moth, which means that you can set up that floodgate. It generally just lets you get into different plays, and it also enables like graveyard effects like Gokipole when it's sent to the graveyard. It's just a good card. 3 MST, it's just good removal, and 3 Book of Moon. This is really good against a lot of decks, but it's especially good against Megalith, which it can flip full down in the draw phase to then mean that it can't use its effect during the main phase. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into the extra deck now. It's pretty simple because most of it has to be insects, so otherwise you can't use the effects of your monsters. 2 Azusa the Ghost Bow. This is good. It's a 1-card combo with Sting, but it also gets revived if you destroy something by battle with it. Other than that, it's generically good. You can use it to make Scary Moth, obviously, and it deals a lot of burn damage if you have it and Halberd on the field. Then we've got 3 copies of Halberd the Cannon. This card is really good. You have a lot of ways to make it. If it battles a monster with opponent with higher attack, you can half it during battle calculation only, which means that it can beat over anything with under 5,000 attack. And if it inflicts battle damage, you deal 200 damage for each Battlewasp you control, which is usually just 200 damage, but it can be more if you have other Battlewasps on the field. We've got 1 Cyphering Lord Zeta. This is just good if you're in specific situations, plus being able to banish an opponent's monster every turn is quite useful. Then we've got 1 Giganticastle. This is like a top-end boss monster for the deck that can be used to beat over stuff, maybe if you can't make Halberd. It also just is a good way to put more damage on the board in certain situations. We got 2 Giga Brilliant. This is the only Xyz monster you can legally make in the format with the digital bugs, and it's also decent effect. More importantly, it's a light insect, so you can put a Carabage on top, a Corbage on top of it. Then we got 2 Malevolence, and you can also put a Corbage on top of this. This is also good. This is an insect, of course, and you can make it with level 4s. I'm not sure if I'd run 2 of it in retrospect. I probably only run 1. Let's swap that out for another level 6 synchro. But yeah, then we got 2 of the Shinobi insect. The Shinobi insect is good because it basically enables you to. The Shinobi insect basically has the effect where if your opponent, if there's a creature that it's pointing to, your opponent cannot target this for attacks, and if something that it's pointing to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can revive something from a graveyard, but it's banished when it leaves the field. This is really good because it means that your opponent struggles to get rid of it, and then it can sort of gain you a card advantage over time with stuff like the Sting the Poison searching, or Resonance Insect sending Gokipole from deck to grave. On top of that, it can also, as I mentioned before, you can also summon a Kaiju to the zone it points to, which then means that they can't attack at all if you only control the Shinobi Insect. We got the 1 Malevolence, and it's just the best rank 4 available, and also it's an insect. 1 Corbage. Corbage is a really good rank 5. You can summon it using a Giga Brilliant or a Malevolence in, and you can detach a material to shuffle a defense position monster your opponent controls into the deck. More importantly, if the battle position of monsters change, you can attach a monster from your graveyard to it as material, which means it sort of recoups its material over time. This lets you basically just make a 2200 beater for free, and then also it enables the graveyard effects when monsters are detached, mainly the Gokipole. Finally, we've got one Berserker of the 10 years. This is just a generic link that can be useful in certain situations where you need a 3000 point monster. Well, thanks for watching, guys. As I said before, we are hosting a tournament, so please check it out in the description below, and we will again subscribe. So yeah, we'll see if that works to get more subscribers. Bye, guys.